Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another question of the week, aka podcast type video. I'm going to be uploading this one specifically as a podcast. I don't know if that will make any kind of difference, but shout out to the live chat. Hunter, Joan, Gabrielle, Sotos, Modru Booty, Nox is here, Cherry, Dark Shadow, Blackblade, Tiago. I more noticed the shiny thing next to your Vegeta that shines on your monitor. Oh, this is a golf ball. And it has like a reflection. Sorry about that. But this week's question is, what anime would you most like to see a remake for and why? Choose the studio that will remake it. Bonus question, who would you choose to sing the opening or ending songs? Not both. And why? For example, is it your favorite singer, or do you think the band would match the energy of the show? Feel free to include a link to the song. I can't play the songs in this video, but I will be taking note. And I did add, P.S. I'd prefer Japanese artists, but there are exceptions in anime. For example, Kaiji number 8 had a One Republic song, maybe multiple actually. And JoJo's Part 6 had a Duffy ED, and Paradise Kiss had a Franz Ferdinand ending song. So, if there's a specific song from any other artist that you think goes perfectly with the show you would love to see remade, let's hear it. I highly recommend listening to Paradise Kiss's ED. I think it's called Do You Wanna or something like that. Well, do you wanna? It's so good. Okay, anyway. Modru is the one who gave the first answer, and if anyone can take some notes, please do, but well, let me actually just make some notes over here then. We have one vote for Berserk. Modru says that I would say Madhouse would do a great job. I would like to see them follow the manga completely and not just jumping around like they did, like the previous anime adaptation. Jump around? Who was jumping around? That song is from Paradise Kiss. I doubt that they did the song for the anime, but they did use it. So, like, for One Republic, I think they made the songs for Kaiju number 8, maybe unconfirmed. But for the Duffy song and the Franz Ferdinand song, I don't think that it was made specifically for the anime. Nox says Madhouse Berserk would be cool, great animation, and they would go hard. So, which other anime did Madhouse do? That would be nice to touch on. Madhouse. The first season of One Punch Man? Did they do that? Next is Bob. He said he would like to see YuYu Hakusho be remade. I want to watch it, and I think I would be more willing to watch a remake. I think David Production could do good work like they did in the remake of Urusei Yatsura. Okay. So we have a YuYu Hakusho. Honestly, with something like YuYu Hakusho, I guess there are certain shows where you want to watch you would watch the remake, but sometimes you want to watch the original first. Like, I don't want to see what's that samurai one? Kenshin. I want to see the original of Kenshin rather than the remake. But I watched FMAB and I didn't watch FMA. Same with Hunter x Hunter. The original, I heard very good things about, the Yu Yu Hakusho anime. So it would be sad for me to miss out on something from those days because a lot of shows in the past, they were done so well. Wasn't everything like hand drawn compared to today? I mean, if we can still watch good shows from back then, I would just watch the original. I don't know. Okay, but Yu Yu Hakusho, I will take that in a second. David Pro. Wait, no, don't put it down. Thank you very much. How do you think I'm gonna get it? I would have to get up off my chair, squat down, and get it like that. Sorry, my back hurts, so I can't like bend forward. Is a problem. JT Sama says, and this is my answer as well, Tokyo Ghoul. I need a faithful remake that makes that. Sorry, excuse me. I need a faithful remake that's manga accurate and can take the source material seriously with the psychological tragedy of it. For studio, I think Mappa would fit for the brutality and the emotions and even some cinematics. For opening or ED, give me another 5-star classic from Eimer. Okay, so we have Tokyo Ghoul, we have Mappa, and we have Eimer. I wish you tried Hunter x Hunter 1999 before the new one. They skipped a lot. Me too. Definitely. Also kind of like the tone of that one. It seemed like it had a darker tone. Not just the story, but actually the visuals that matched the darker story, you know? Odinoko, are you taking notes? Oh, okay. So let me know if you can keep up. That's very great. Thank you. I still need to take a good look at that games one from before. I hope you're saving them. Eimer, which... Give me an example of an opening from Eimer. Man, I should really know this. Eimer opening. Oh, Demon Slayer. Zankyo's Sanka. Yes. Okay. I should have known that, to be honest. JT said, I think Wit Studio would do a great job as well with Berserk if they follow the vein of Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga. My answer would also be, I want to see a remake of Tokyo Ghoul, but it has to be very... Because the manga can get... Especially Tokyo Ghoul is easy enough to adapt, in my opinion, but the gets very complex. But I feel like if they can make Dorohedoro somehow make sense, someone could do the same for Tokyo Ghoul. As for which studio, someone mentioned that Dandadan was made by Science Saru. I wonder, that almost seems like... Let me see what else has Science Saru done. So Science Saru has done nothing else that I've actually seen. Only Dandadan. But it's not so much, obviously not the style of Dandadan would match Tokyo Ghoul, but something, I mean, they did Devilman Crybaby. And that's kind of the energy that Tokyo Ghoul seems to maybe need a little bit. Yes, we talked about this earlier. Devilman Crybaby. I haven't actually seen it, but I feel like that could work for Tokyo Ghoul, but there's a few studios that would be able to pull it off. To give that darker energy. Gabrielle said, for me, it's Date Alive season 3 to 5. I don't like the animation in those seasons. I think Studio Bones would be amazing for this anime. I really like their work. This is my answer, but sadly I won't be here for the stream. I'm going on vacation. Wait, I did see Gabrielle earlier, but have fun on your vacation. I actually like Date Alive season 3, 4, and 5 more than season 1 and 2. I really like the style. The animation here and there could have been better, but I really like the style personally. I'm surprised to hear Bones for Date Alive, because when I think of Bones, I think of Eureka 7, funny enough. I got home 2 hours ago. That was a short vacation. Oh, well, Bones does Marriage Toxin, My Hero Academia. Wow, if yeah, you're right. If Bones did Date Alive, maximizing like the power. There's Eureka 7 High Evolution. Guys, I need to get back into freaking Eureka 7. They've been making so much freaking Eureka content, and I'm just over here not watching it. Blasphemy. What is this? There's 3 movies. Then there's 3 other movies. Wait, what is Pachi Slot? What is this? I don't know, but it all comes from Eureka 7. And I love the show so much. It doesn't need a remake. I just want to watch the original again. Yes. Eureka 7 after DBZ. Shoro says Black Clover. It had poor visuals with limited OSTs and weird pacing. Same studio, Pierrot. They did how do you say that? Pierrot? They did it good with the movie and the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. They can keep the openings and EDs. They're very good and memorable. Sorry for that. I'm just trying to get comfortable here. That does not bode very well for me wanting to watch Black Clover. Don't scare me off. Poor visuals, limited OSTs? You know what really did scare me off? 7 Deadly Sins. I saw visuals from like season 4 or something, season 3. And I was like, no. It's one of those shows. We were talking about this earlier, actually. Comparing like Game of Thrones. So I was asking, would you recommend Game of Thrones if you didn't like the ending? Like, I didn't like the last season, so I honestly, it's not really something I recommend to people because it's a huge time investment, and I don't think that there's a worthy payoff. But, you know, many people make good points. If 80% of the show is good, why not recommend it, you know? So fair point. I guess it depends on the person, you know, if they can enjoy, if they really like Game of Thrones type stories and visuals and you want to watch 7 seasons, by all means, but I would warn them a little bit about the ending. But I don't know, when I saw some clips from 7 Deadly Sins, a part of me decided that I'm not going to spend time watching 2 seasons if it turns into that. 7 Deadly Sins had childish animation style for how dark the show is. It's not that I wouldn't try it. Like, if I ever had time to read the manga, I would definitely read it. But, you know, sitting down and doing reaction videos takes many hours. And if I'm going to end up not liking something because they didn't have the time or whatever the reason is for not giving their all or not being able to adapt the later seasons right. I don't know. It's tough to want to watch something like that if I could just read it. It's better than DBS, so don't worry. Oh. Okay. Espada's answer is, I'm going to have to say Claymore. Although Madhouse did a fantastic job, at some point it deviated from the manga and I would like to see the full story animated. As for the studio, I would like Pierrot Films to do it. It's a sub-studio of Studio Pierrot, but its focus is more high-quality anime, and the way they did Bleach 1000-Year Blood War was superb. Lisa for the openings, maybe Spy Air for the endings. Spy Air as an ending? Has Spy Air done many endings? I feel like Spy Air is an opening group. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. Let me quickly see the difference between Pierrot and Studio P. How do you say it? Pierrot or Pierrot, or do you pronounce the T? Okay, so we have two Studio Pierrot and the Pierrot films. The studio has done Unravel, Tokyo Ghoul TV animation for the 10th anniversary. Ooh. Honey Lemon Soda, Thousand Year Blood War, the Yuzuki family's 4 sons. So that's the studio. What I've actually seen, I should have done this from the start. Yeah, basically Thousand Year Blood. Oh, Tokyo Ghoul Re and the Black Clover. I did not like Tokyo Ghoul Re's. But that was, 2018. It's 8 years later, and they did do a phenomenal job with Thousand Year Blood War. So then the films division, or I don't know what to call it, they did Thousand Year Blood War, The Calamity. They've only done that, like an arc, I guess. That's interesting. In 2027, they will be adapting something called Charisma. The Charisma are riding the airwaves and coming straight into your living room. Is this okay? Really okay? Yes, it's absolutely okay. What? This looks very cool. It has a bunch of characters in different shows, or what is this? Character. Charisma Pizza Party. Charisma, 今日も平和です. Today is also peaceful? What is all of this? This seems very interesting. If anyone has more information, feel free to share that. Then we have Doji's answer. I choose D.Gray-man, one of the first shonen about exorcisms. They need to redo the story adaptation and delete this filter that makes the animation so dark in the earlier episodes. You can't see anything in the show. Even light itself is useless. I think Mappa can save it. And for the opening, I want the same one as the ending 4 of Soul Eater. Oh, ending 4 of Soul Eater becomes opening 1 of D.Gray-man. Oh, cool. I don't actually know D.Gray-man, so I'm going to look that up. Oh, it does have a Soul Eater vibe to it. Wait, is it? The original creator is Katsura Hoshino, who has done nothing that I've read, but was the assistant of Takeshi Obata. Oh, Bakuman! I really liked Bakuman. Oh, he was the original character design for... He did the original character design for Death Note. Takeshi Obata. Cherry says, all I know about D.Gray-man is that it has hot guys. Nice. You know what manga character designs always stands out to me? 103 episodes? Damn! I would watch this. I think I could probably put it on my planning list. But I have not made a dent in my planning list for... It's been on 99 anime for 7 years, so... It doesn't mean anything, but it's... Now I know about it, okay? So I was just saying, since you were talking about hot guys, there's a manga that I keep claiming characters for every now and then. Oh, now I forgot the name. But one of the characters is called Glock. And he's got such a cool design. I saw him the other day, so let me try and look up Glock. Shoot, it's not here. He had the pink hair. Oh, someone please help me. Let me look him up in Waifu Wars. ED Live or... No, it's not. There. Eld Live. I don't know what this is, but I want to read it or watch it because I love the character designs. Look at this. Wait, how do I show... Good night, Modru. See you tomorrow. This is literally supposed to be a podcast, and I'm out here showing character designs. Well, in my mind, a podcast is something that, you know, you're doing dishes and you can put it over there and listen mostly. But if you have to peek at a good character design, I mean... Booty, what do I do to show characters from this show? Oh, I haven't seen Psycho Pass, but I know. Look, Dr. Love, good design. Mi Suzu, I mean, I can't really see, but good design-ish. Good design. Good design. Great design. I like it. Chuta Kokonose. Good design. Veronica Borauzik. Nice surname. Like, doesn't this make you interested in... Okay, not that one. Bocha. But this makes me interested. Just the designs, the colors, the style. I don't know, but I really like it. Who is it? Who is it? Bocha the best. Ah. Okay, we continue. So, I appreciate you for mentioning D.Gray-man. It's definitely something that I feel like I would like it. Then we have a booty saying Eyeshield 21. The why is pretty easy. The anime adaptation was cancelled before it even finished. And it was pretty bad, in my opinion. I tried to watch it a couple of times and I always dropped it. It's kind of ironic that you can... Ironical? That you can see more movement in the manga panels than in the anime. That's bad. I don't really check studios for anime, so for no reason other than everybody is liking Haikyuu, and it's also a sports anime, I will go with Production IG. And they have another good animated things like Attack on Titan or Kaiju that I enjoyed before. If they do any sports anime the way that they do Haikyuu, I can guarantee you, yeah, you would love that. Oh, they do! They do! They do! They do! Wow, I see, I see. I can see why you compare them. Oopsies. But it's not just, you know, hair color, a boy with black hair, obviously. But it's like the little bit the nose, the mouth, the hairstyle. Yeah, I can see it. Okay. Back to the questions of the week. Booty said that Baby Metal has finally entered a bit the anime scene with collaborations for the opening of season 3 of One Punch Man and season 2 of Hell's Paradise. Could be nice if they do fully the opening song for a Eyeshield 21 remake. Is it a football anime? A football story, sorry. Eyeshield 21. American football. Oh, Would like metal music be good? Is it like kind of harsh? I imagine baby metal for something like hey, the average score is actually pretty good. 76%. 100. I almost dislocated my jaw. 145 episodes? Did you guys hear my jaw click? It's my all-time favorite manga. Baby Metal will fit with the main team. Oh, okay. This guy, I can see him head like dun 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 dun. Oh, okay. I already like him. He acts in a vulgar, bizarre, and threatening manner so as to intimidate or disturb those around him into getting what he wants. A cunning, goal-oriented mind and does not seem to care what means he uses to accomplish those goals. Okay. He seems fun. So yeah, seems like Baby Metal could match the energy. Bad back, clicky knuckle, dislocating jaw. Damn, you're falling apart. I just like, yeah, but it's all connected, okay? Back links to shoulder, links to jaw. It's all the same problem. It's the same artist as One Punch Man. Oh, cool. And it's finished, right? Manga finished, yeah. It has 333 chapters. Whoa. How many chapters did Haikyuu have? Haikyuu had 404 chapters? Whoa, I did not know that. Okay, then we have an answer here for Martins. I'm not sure 100% if it needs a remake, but after seeing how well the last arc has been animated, I wouldn't mind seeing a Bleach remake with the new style. A remake that is more honest to the manga. I always read complaints of Pierrot removing stuff, changing scenes, even bad adaptations of characters that led to misunderstanding of them. A remake without the bad pacing and filler that they added to make the series longer would be cool. Even though I love the animation style of the early 2000s, I get it. You can enjoy something from the past, but still want to see it as well animated as Thousand Year Blood War, I mean. Even though I love the animation style of the early 2000s, character designs, direction of certain scenes, OSTs, I think a remake would get more people to get into Bleach. And of course, let us enjoy the series the way that Kubo wanted us to understand it. Fair enough. For One Piece, for opening, sorry, it was saying OP and I immediately went One Piece. For the opening, I think it would be awesome if the same band remakes the first opening, like an updated version. Maybe Pierrot can even remake or update the OST as well. Asterisk, I would love for their return for any Bleach. Bleach openings are just some of the most hype. Like they wouldn't even need to change it, but if they can like make new versions with some tweaks, I think that would be very exciting. I thought this was a very interesting one. I usually don't read these beforehand, but every now and then I see one by accident. And I did see Black Blades, and it's very funny to me. I don't know about a remake. The era the anime was done in kind of really set the mood. I'd like to see Jujutsu Kaisen, however, season 3 redone by Mappa, but given proper time to animate it the way that it should be, like it was in season 2. I feel like there's probably more people that feel that way, but it can't be many because I've mostly only heard praise for season 3 animation. However, it is very different from the first 2 seasons. So if you like that, and I did, I can understand wanting it to be consistent. Mm. But I really enjoyed season 3. Shoro says, I didn't like season 1 and season 2 style. I would want them to be remade in season 3 style. I thought season 1 and season 2 style was fine. It was really good. I loved it. But in terms of tone, it's like they took the story to a new level. So yes, I would like to see it honestly both ways. Season 3 and season 1 style, and season 1 and 2 and season 3 style. Like season 3 is like eating an egg salad sandwich and getting eggshells whenever they drop to the cheap derp shots. When? It makes me, you know, your thoughts on it makes me think of and it's super valid, but you know, the a lot of people hated, for example, the pain fight in Naruto, but I loved it. And you know that one Sasuke shot where he's like, bleh, so funny. But I understand the opinion, but I think that it has its place. And as a person who loves consistency, I do understand. But man, I liked season 3 too much. So, but it's a good, how to say, good conversation to have. Booty says, I hate the pain fight. I hate it a lot. I may hate it more than Sasuke. But not just the fight, the animation, I mean. Do you hate the animation? Nobura versus Yuji is season 2. You get so drawn in. It was great quality through and through. Nobura versus Yuji. Which one was Nobura? Oh, yes, there we go. Nobura? Nobara. That confused me, but I knew who you meant, but I had to make sure. Kugisaki, yes. Yes. Oh, I see you. I see where you're coming from. I think that season 1 and 2 was really good, but I think season 3 is really good. So it's like, that's why I want to see like both styles. Like just post 2 episodes for every episode and have it in both styles, and then everyone will be happy, right? It's stupid animation with no consequences. They get healed with each hit instead of getting hurt and showing wounds and blood. Fair enough. They started doing that in Naruto vs. Sasuke at the end of the OG Naruto when they killed the show. I just need to rewatch Naruto, honestly. I would want Naruto to be remade just so that I could watch it again, honestly. After Tokyo Ghoul, my answer is Naruto. Okay, Oscar's answer. I would say Slam Dunk. As long as it's not produced by the original animation studio, I'm fine with it because the author, Takehiko Inoue, had creative differences with that company, which led to the anime being cut short, even though the manga itself was already complete. The original opening theme was very passionate and energetic, but I think it could also be replaced with a new opening sung by Maki Oguro, the singer of the ending theme Anata dake mitsumeteru, I only look at you. She's my favorite singer, and the ED one is, in my opinion, the greatest ending theme in anime history, no contest. Wow. I would like to listen to it. I can't stay more. Have fun tomorrow, Sotos. Take pictures if you can. So this is the ED. Slam Dunk ending 1. Oh, Slam Dunk. Did I read that? I feel like I started reading the message here. But anyway, Slam Dunk. Creative differences? Like what? Compared to the original version, the anime ending theme was edited and shortened, but it retained and highlighted the most powerful chorus section, which I prefer. Maki Oguro is my favorite Japanese singer, even surpassing Hironobu Kageyama, who performed the first opening of DBZ. Wow. Why was Slam Dunk cancelled? The Slam Dunk anime was not officially cancelled, but concluded in 1996 after 101 episodes due to a combination of catching up to the manga storyline, which is different than what was said here, potential disputes between creator Takehiko Inoue and the studio over filler content, creative direction, and waning ratings toward the end. The anime stopped before the Inter High tournament, which Inoue chose not to animate at the time. I think the reason Slam Dunk not to continue had to do with money issues with the developers. That doesn't make sense. Slam Dunk was one of the most successful of the anime of the time, was it not? It's rumored the financial issues between the publisher and sponsors could not be resolved. The manga author didn't like the anime adaptation and stopped his cooperation with the team. Some stories added by the TV team made him doubt that they were not faithful to the original. Sorry for reading it that way. For example, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to read examples because I haven't actually watched Slam Dunk, but I would love to, but hopefully on a remake. Which studio did Slam Dunk originally? Slam Dunk. The anime was done by Toei. Oh. Producers were Funimation, Animax, and TV Us. Ow, ow, ow. My hair is stuck. Great. Toei Animation. Interesting. Filler. That's very sad though. 101 episodes and then never completed. Whoa. 1993 to 1996. This could have a remake. I mean, it's been 30 years. They could remake. Why not? Freaking the West is remaking everything and its mother in a live action, but we're not getting a complete story for this? That was a joke. Next, we have an answer from Shubs. I will pick Berserk 2016 with probably Wit Studio or Mappa. I thought a lot about this, and the three names that come to mind are Reborn, Berserk, and One Punch Man Season 2 and onwards. The first two are only for being outdated, and Berserk 97 specifically somehow gets better the more outdated it is because of the medieval setting, while One Punch Man was for being bad, obviously. I'd rather pick something for being bad, which brings me to Berserk 2016. For the song, they could keep their original opening band, 9mm Parabellum Bullet, though I would also be happy with more Susumu Hirasawa from the 97 version soundtrack. They started when you were born and ended in my birth year. Do you think coincidence or no? I kid. Gonna have to be owned by Disney. Oh, no, if it's Disney, it'll be a live action, and I don't want to see a live action. I'm here for manga turning into anime, and then manga to anime to manga. Like I watch the anime that was from the manga, and then I go read the manga, and then that's it. I don't like live actions that are mostly not live. They're animated anyway. Sorry. Pet peeve of mine. I'm getting bitter about this. This is the second, like, there's just some things that you can do in actual animation that cannot be do with live action CGI. Some things, it's like, boys with nail polish or earrings. Looks good in anime. Don't necessarily want to see it live. Sorry, that's the best example I could think of. Like, some things look good in anime and it doesn't necessarily need to be. Like people, characters with blue hair, pink hair, orange hair, all the hair. But in real life, it doesn't look the same. Something's wrong. 2D supremacy! This is the second Berserk opening they did. Sacrifice. Look at him. His glorious hair. Joan just said, I'm just gonna say Dragon Ball. The full 519 manga chapters from OG/DB to Z. Not because I think the OG is bad. I just think Dragon Ball would benefit tremendously from a remake with modern animation and better pacing. But if that were to happen, it can't be Toei. It cannot. But they own it, so it's impossible. Like, sorry. Imagine Toei handing over their anime to another studio. Oh, you said you wanted Wit Studio to do it. I think they did a wonderful job with Yaiba Samurai Legend, which has similar vibes of the OG/DB, and I also think they'll do an amazing job with the opening remake they have in the works. I would love to watch a Dragon Ball remake. Purely for the fact that, like you said, I mean, it's a very old show and it was amazing for its time, but yeah, Toei is just not... They have moments where it's better, but it's never great. It's never as good as it should be, considering that they have literally years. The hype for Dragon Ball will not die. They have years to do it right, but they don't. Why? I don't understand. They have... I will never understand. I will never understand. I don't like... I can't say this. It's so rude. But I'm mad at Toei for what they did to Super. Toei is the anime equivalent of Disney. That's a kind of a good way to put it. It's like, it's not like everything is a mess, but it just feels like a wasted potential. Like a bunch of decisions made by people who don't really love or get anime. They're business people. That's what it feels like. I don't know, but it just feels like a lot of decision makers and the ones who, I don't know, move money around, I don't know what it is. I'm speculating here, but it just feels like half of Toei, not the animators themselves necessarily, because they can only do with... Oh, I don't know. I feel so rude for saying it. I hate myself for even... But... If Dragon Ball was like weekly since the 80s, I would feel like I would be more understanding, but they literally don't have to come back unless they're ready. Unless they have something special. But... and then they put out... Okay. Cherry says the beginning after the end. It's still airing, but I can't believe how bad the adaptation is. They really took the best isekai and turned it into trash. So yeah, I want it remade with Studio Bind because that studio is fantastic. It fits Tabate's vibe and deserves to adapt a series with a decent MC for once. Studio Bind. Toei was hesitant on capitalizing on One Piece before Wano. The only reason they actually wanted to turn up the quality of Wano is because Wano is representing their own country. Only then they realized the quality can make something even more popular. Oh, I don't know what you're basing that on, but I see. the potential for, I don't know. What was just before Wano? Oh, I thought so, Shoru, because Cherry said they deserve to adapt a series with a decent MC for once. And I know she likes that series that I don't like. We both started watching this at the same time. You know what I mean. I won't talk about it, I won't say the name, but you know. I just wanted to confirm. Uh-oh, I closed any list. Whole Cake was rough. One I feel is when it went from good story to big, bright, and flashy was a downgrade. But for their target market, it was better than Whole Cake, you know? The thing is, you can get away with crap pacing if there are flashy fights to look forward to. For your average... Sorry, I'm not gonna complete that sentence. The shock probably made you close any list, sorry. No, I was expecting it when I read they deserve to adapt a series with a decent MC. I know you were joking because you did a giggle face, but that made me know what I was getting myself into. The Whole Cake was pace, but Luffy versus Katakuri I enjoyed more than any fight in Wano. I just finished watching the 5 Saints fight, and it almost made me dizzy trying to watch it. It reminds me of, I think when you start playing Genshin or Star Rail, there's a warning. Like, they literally put a warning. If anything makes you dizzy, close the game or something like that. But they need that for One Piece at times. In Wano. Also, maybe someone here knows which opening song would fit Tabate. I failed to think of an artist or song that would suit it. I don't know why, but what about, you know, Dungeon Meshi? No, but no. I don't know, what is the tone of the beginning after the end? Maybe more fantastical. Any artist that did a slime isekai opening? Any of those artists, maybe? If it's like, if the first season it has like a light and fun tone, I would say Dungeon Meshi opening. The one that starts like dun 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 dun. That one? Am I thinking of the right one? Check it. That one. I'm really bad with OPs and EDs. Fantastic, badass, serious, and wholesome. The wholesome vibe fits. That's kind of literally Dungeon Meshi. Fantastical, badass, wholesome. But yeah, maybe Slime Isekai would have more artists to choose from. But my first feeling was Dungeon Meshi, but I've never watched or read the beginning after the end. Tiago says the Promised Neverland. Yes, please. That's my other answer. But actually, no. Actually, I'm kind of okay with Promised Neverland staying in a manga only forever. I don't think that they can adapt the Promised Neverland. I don't trust anyone to adapt the Promised Neverland. Although, Fire Force final season makes me believe that it could be possible, but the Fire Force style would not fit the Promised Neverland style. But whoever directed it, I want that director. If we're gonna do the Promised Neverland, I need the director of Fire Force final season. That's all I want. Bump of Chicken. I don't think it was Bump of Chicken that did the opening that I'm thinking of. The one that goes chicke chicke. Was that Bump of Chicken? Was it? It might have. Was it? I think it was actually. So I don't know if that vibe would fit the beginning after the end. So anyway, Tiago says The Promised Neverland. As far as the remake goes, I don't need one for season 1, but yes for season 2 and anything that might come after that. Obviously, if you want a remake, you have to start from the beginning so that it can be hopefully consistent. As far as I'm concerned, the author should have had more self-respect for the work they themselves wrote, instead of pandering to the people complaining about the manga. Who complained? Because of that, the author ended up writing a more rushed and half-assed version of their story that diminished the impact of the ending. Definitely. I finished reading... Wait. Can I just quickly... I know this does not matter to anyone, but I just want to say... Okay. Back. Here we go. 2 years ago on the 6th of April. Yesterday I finished reading The Promised Neverland. It's easily one of my favorite manga, if not the very first. For now, I did put it on number 1 at number 1 on my anime list. It successfully delivers philosophical and spiritual ideals that I think is very difficult to express. I'm amazed that the manga was able to do it so well. By the story, the characters, and the art. Yeah, I absolutely loved The Promised Neverland. I'll go with Slime opening or Kanabun then. Oh, Kanabun. Very good energy, like very light and fun. I like The Promised Neverland shitty ending now. I like using it as an example of how bad things can get from season 1 to 2. It's my standout example for dropping the ball with an anime. At least it was good for something. I heard people didn't like one of the arcs that's supposed to be in season 2, so they skipped it. That's just... They didn't skip an arc. They skipped everything. I'm joking. No, the manga is just absolutely... I love it so much. The studio for both seasons was Cloverworks, but maybe that doesn't need to change necessarily. The whole issue was changing the story. It wasn't about the animation. Cloverworks generally does great work from the projects that I've seen, so I think the remake just needs to fix the direction of being more faithful to the original. Not trying to please people who complained about the manga. I'm not sure about bands, but if the person composing the song is Hiroyuki Sawano, I'm sure it would turn out amazing along with the OSTs. That first opening, if they got whoever did the first opening to do every opening from there, that would actually be amazing. The Promised Neverland OP1. Touch Off by Overworld. Just them. Them do it all. That would be my vote. Tiago says, thanks for going with Tabate. I was struggling with choosing that or The Promised Neverland. Let's see. I think that was all of the initial replies, but there might be some more down here. Diu says, let's go with Ippo. Madhouse can do it. Am I cheating? Maybe I want the remake so that there is new hype about this anime. And so that they adapt the rest of the manga. They have 800 more chapters to adapt. So please, Madhouse, wake up. Modru says, I may be cheating, but it's for the greater good. And then Booty replied with his seal of approval. 800 chapters? It says it's still releasing, so it's not giving me a number. How many chapters Hajime no Ippo? 1,515 and still ongoing. What are they writing about? I seriously need to read that. Ippo is easily the best sports manga made. I have to pause Ippo each time I catch up and wait for another 100 chapters to come out. Dude likes to box. Holy what? That's insane. Nyader says, it was hard for me to pick one, but I think Seraph of the End. And for a bonus, I want the ending to be from Millet. I love her voice. She is the bestest. Oh, and I want it to be made by Toho Animation, Studio OLM, the people that made the Apothecary Diaries. That sounds nice. Seraph of the End. Let me take a peek. I feel like I've heard about it. Seraph. Is it got a pink hair girl? Right? No. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking about. Wait. There's a parent, Seraph of the End, Vampire Rain. There's no pink hair girl? Okay. The story takes place in a world where an unknown virus has killed the entire population except for children under 13. Those children were enslaved by vampires. The manga centers on Yuichiro Hyakuya, a human who dreams of becoming strong enough to kill all vampires. Hey, look, Tsuki! Interesting, interesting. Michaela? Shinoa? Not pink hair? Okay. The popular girl is this one, purple. It looks white to me, but lavender. Yeah, I thought it was the lighting making it purplish. Doji, I would watch a campfire show for sure. Like campy vampires. There's a pink hair vampire. Maybe that's who I've seen. Bakugo's VA. Is that Bakugo's VA? I see. I think so. Like. Yoichi Saotome. Oh my gosh. I would watch this. I would support a remake only if they keep the original voice actors. Mr. Drakenshinado, I wonder if you would have predicted my choice being Fantastic Children. I started my anime journey relatively late, only starting to get more into it around 2019. Around then, I was mainly sticking to shows which I had already heard about or had been recommended to me. But I wanted to experience something completely new, so I started trolling through older anime. And after the description caught my attention, I settled on Fantastic Children. It has a very special place in my heart, and I think that it's a great show as it is. So it's not a case of me being disappointed, but the art style and animation feels quite old or like dated. So I would love to see it updated with a more modern visuals and to be discovered by a lot more people. I am not so good with studios and knowing who made what, but after a bit of browsing on AniList, I was literally thinking Cloverworks. I was literally thinking The Promised Neverland. Yes. Obviously, because, it's like the same kind of... Before I read that, I thought the same thing. Similar to anime studios, my music knowledge is lacking, but after some thought, I think I would pick the trio of Hiroyuki Sawano, Canon, and Mizuki to do the ending song. They did one of my favorite songs, Avid, from the 86 OST. I don't necessarily think that Avid should be the ending, though it could work, but they could definitely create something in that vibe. Yes to Cloverworks, and if anyone doesn't know what the Fantastic Children is about, it is very dated, but I still really enjoyed it, and the story is very good. It is fantastical, A group of enigmatic, white-haired children has been spotted at different times and places in Europe for over 500 years, always with the appearance of 11-year-olds. They behave more mature than they should be, never grow old, and seem to have supernatural power. What they have been seeking is a girl, and the only clue they have is a picture with a crescent moon. Now, in the year of 2012, an athletic boy named Toma is about to be involved in this centuries-long mystery. So this, in Promised Neverland style, would be very good. Yes, yes, go watch it. Okay. How? I think we still have a few. Vert said Berserk 2016 is the correct answer, but since so many already said it, I'm going with Gantz. It's a classic example of when an anime runs out of manga material, so they just make up their own ending. A remake could at least follow the manga, even if that would be controversial. Controversial? Why would it be controversial to follow the manga? For the studio, I'd love to say Trigger, but the tone mismatch would absolutely not work. So I've got to say Mappa. They've been proving how great they can do action, and Gantz is mostly weird fights with lots of room for Mappa creativity. Opening by Kenshi Yonetsu. He's a genius. I don't need any other reason. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes! Is it the guy from the Chainsaw Man? Oh my gosh! Yes, Kenshi. Yo. Yup. Oh my gosh. I've never actually seen him. A model. A model. How is he a singer and he looks this good? It's not fair. Wow. Yup. I don't know what Gantz is, but yup. I think I've heard about this. This is a little bit of itchy, right? Someone actually recommended it. Yep. Action, drama, itchy, horror, psychological, sci-fi, and supernatural. Someone actually recommended this for Fansly reactions, and I think it almost won once, but I never... The cover art of Iris Out is drawn by him. He looks good. He can draw and he can sing. God, why? How? What about me? The hell? What? You just gave all the good stuff to some people, and what about the rest of us? That is so cool. Singer. Just yes, to more of his work in anime, please. Gantz said, thought your life was bad? Sometimes death is worse. There is no salvation, peace, nor God waiting to receive you into their care. But wait, a God? Maybe you're talking about that big black bull stuck in the room with you. Now you are thrown into a game, fighting green aliens and robot monsters for the chance to survive? When Kei Kuruno is killed, he finds himself caught in such a game. A test of his skills, morals, and will to survive. Oh my god, will to survive, and now I'm hearing the song. His life is not his own. His death spat and trampled upon over and over again. What happens if he does not listen? God knows. A word of warning, Gantz is not for the faint-hearted, but neither is it as simple as it looks. Gore, rape, and violence is rampant, as are the portrayals of greed, violence, and all the ugliness that one sees in society today. Society always. Yeah. Seems interesting. I think it has Levi's VA in it. Hiroshi Kamiya. It's Levi, right? Yes. You would have warned if Gantz were Nepal. It's not that itchy for you, I would say. No, but that's what I meant. Like there were a few things on Fansly that were not really itchy, but people recommended them anyway because I started running out of itchy. Because remember the rule was it has to have a specific percentage of itchy, and I think this one had that. Like it met the requirement, or it was very close and I made an exception once or something. I don't remember. Yeah, that sounds like a tough watch. No, I mean the itchy in the show is not the itchy you would enjoy. That's not rape. I mean, rape is not itchy. Itchy is not. It's itchy has to be something else. Rape is rape. It's not itchy. God. Okay. Ray says, gotta have to be Witchblade, one of my favorite old school anime, and it is pretty much a hidden gem. So I kind of just want more people to experience the story. It has really strong themes of parenthood, or motherhood in this case, and the MC is a MILF. It has itchy, so it has the super wholesome vibe while also giving horny vibes here and there. Ah, wholesome and horny. They go so well together. I like the contrast. Plus, MILF itchy is always great. Yep, that summarizes it pretty well, right? Wholesome and horny. Itchy is bouncy, not screamy. Good summary. As for the studio, I would probably pick Cygames Pictures. They have been popping off recently with Uma Musume, Appo Hotel, and the summer Hikaru died. One of the best new studios out there. As for the opening, I think they should just bring back Psychic Lover, since they still exist. I love the first opening of the old anime, so they could just replicate that. I've never heard about that one. Let me Google it. I'm not Google, I don't have much time left. Masane Amaha and her daughter Ryuhoko are on the run from a government child welfare agency that wants to take Ryuhoko away from her mother. Interesting. I've never heard of it that's very unique. They're caught and the Ryuhoko is taken away. Meanwhile, Masane is attacked by an advanced weapon that can disguise itself as a human. When faced with danger, a strange light emits from her wrist and she transforms into a powerful being. The girl from High School DxD? That is the powerful being? She destroys the weapon and consequently becomes involved in a power struggle between powerful organizations. Ooh, conspiracy. With her at the center of their attention because she holds the greatest power of them all, the legendary Witchblade. And the main character is voiced by Mamiko Noto. Elsa. There's someone else that I know her as. Mavis. Wait. Let me just... Oh, I did do that. Whoa, look at... This is only the characters that I know her as. Look how many there are overall. But yeah, Elsa Granhirt, her voice seems to be perfect for this kind of character. It's definitely MILF vibes, that's for sure. Lots of characters. Wow. Skirk. I actually haven't really... I never did Skirk's story. She was so briefly in the main story that one time. I don't remember her voice, but cool. Cool. Ooh, Tomoe from Queen's Blade. But there's someone else I know her as, but I don't... Ah, there she is. It's Sawako. I knew that. Great VA. I knew it in my mind somewhere. Okay. Anyone else that I've missed? The rest is DBS stuff. Oh, Nox. Last but not least, Nox. Anime remake of the space sci-fi series Outlaw Star. I loved the universe growing up, and I always assumed it would continue beyond its first season. I think the studio that made it was like, nah, let's make Cowboy Bebop instead. Which I can't argue with. I would like Bones to make it, since they are most like Studio Sunrise. I would like Kanako Ito to do the opening from Steins Gate, since it's also sci-fi. Ooh, good choice. Good choice. Outlaw Star. I've never heard of that one. So let's look it up before I finish up. If I had to choose one to be redone between The Promised Neverland and Tokyo Ghoul, I would choose Tokyo Ghoul because I think both have a very complex endings, but I don't know. I just feel like Tokyo Ghoul, I don't trust anyone to do The Promised Neverland. I love it too much. No one's gonna do it justice. Huh. Outlaw Star. Ooh, JoJo's pose much. Gene Starwind is a jack of all trades, responsible for odd jobs and bounty hunting with his partner Jim Hawking. Damn. That sounds so much like Cowboy Bebop and what's that other one? Space Dandy. Stuck on a rundown planet, he's going nowhere fast. But when a bodyguard job goes sideways, he finds himself the proud owner of the Outlaw Star and on an adventure to find the mysterious galactic ley line. Facing pirates and dangers, can he survive the journey through space? This is such a great concept. Like, I understand the Space Dandy, Trigun, and the Cowboy Bebop, they all have different, but they could make 5 more anime just with this concept, because it's basically a space pirate adventure. Exactly. Huh. And you could have thousands of adventures like that, seriously. Okay, maybe not thousands, but hundreds. A series with rowdy cat girls. Stop selling it to me, I'm sold. We already have the Space Pirate King in Gintama. More pirate kings in space. Let's go. Okay. Well, if I had to choose, like I said, if it was The Promised Neverland, I would want Overworld to do every opening. And for Tokyo Ghoul, every opening. Just the same one. Just repeat Oshiete for the whole openings. I would be like, yes, please. I'm kidding. But whoever did that opening. Unravel by TK. So I think. Ooh, but also. Dororo opening 1, the new Dororo opening 1. Who did that? But also Tokyo Ghoul Re had a very cool. Oh my gosh, how does it go? Let me Google it. I'm so sorry. I don't know the names of these things. Tokyo Ghoul Re ending. Let me. Is it this one? I'm only gonna be able to play a small part of it. This one. It's this one. Listen. It's so good. Oh, it's him! It's him! I mean, it's them! No, is it Ziovachi? It's not them? But it sounds so similar. Dororo opening 1. Kaien? No, party is over. But it is Ziovachi? That is true. My series will have my remake, a new opening for every episode, like Chainsaw Man season 1 had, but they had endings, new endings for every episode. But I love that concept. I just need $1 billion. I'll make it happen. Zeovachi? Queen Bee. No, man, not an actual Queen Bee. It's Zeovachi. Yes, Ava-chan. This song is by them. They can just TK and the Queen Bee can alternate. New opening, new ending, opening, ending. They can just bum. Give me middle-aged dudes who are down on their luck going through a sci-fi setting. What about yeah. What I really like about Cowboy Bebop is that, you know, you had two guys and then what was Faye and Ed. Like, we need a nice mix of a main cast. A little bit of female energy, a little bit of male energy, like nice balance. But down on their luck in space. That could be one hell of an adventure. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for my Saturday stream. It's been 9.5 hours of non-stop fun. And then a one dip. When one dip shit. Sorry. A little dip when someone tried to tell me what to do to improve my channel and my content. Watch this because it's popular. Oh, thank you. I've been watching it for 7 years. Guess it didn't help me much, huh? Because he had the opinion that my community is, I don't have enough viewers. Now I have one less because we muted him. No, we made the chat sub only. But yeah, quality over quantity, guys. If you're going to end, watch this. I had deja vu during the question of the week. Ow! Did you guys just hear my jaw? Yeah, that happens when I got, like, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. It literally, like, I gasp so loud or so big that it just clicks. And it literally, like, it clicks hard, so it, like, it's like a snap, like, it hurts my face. You know, a lot of things go out of whack after about 9 hours, you know? I'll be back tomorrow for another 9 hours, most likely. Starting with some chill and chat. Probably the stream will start at 2:15, let's be honest. That's the time I've been able to be starting for the last few months. So 2:15, a little chill and chat. Magi, finale of season 2. Have no idea how they're going to finish all of that in 6 episodes, but okay. We have One Piece coming out around 5:15. And then 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. I'm not sure how many people have actually seen that, but I'm going to be watching it live. So if you want, join me for that. And then don't forget, Monday is Poke Monday at 6 p.m. I'm going to start playing Pokemon again. So thank you guys for your answers. And I will be going through the openings as soon as I can, because some of them looked really good. Thank you for the stream. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, Dark Shadow. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Booty, Blackblade, Cherry, Nox, Tiago. Anyone else who might be lurking. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go have dinner now, even though it's 10 minutes to midnight. Ah, yes. I will do that. I'm excited for One Piece and 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. Thank you for the fun. Sleep tight and see you tomorrow. If you want, you can ask Mike to send you the links, because he'll be faster than me, because I'm literally gonna run downstairs right now and eat my dinner. So hungry. What did Hanku make? I think he made chicken and Asian cucumber salad, you know, with the soy sauce and the sesame oil and the... Thank you, Hunter. I'll see you. I'm excited for One Piece and 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. Thank you for the fun. I'm so happy to know that you watched that. I didn't know that you watched that. Yes. Stroganoff? Like the one with the white wine sauce? Oh, let me see. Beef and white wine sauce. Stroganoff. Is a Russian dish of sauteed beef in a sauce of mustard and smetana. You don't know white wine? What was I thinking? Anyway, it looks delicious and it's making me hungry, so I'm gonna go eat. Bye.